in California. And August 14th, 1989. Bon Jovi's album, New Jersey, the first American album to be released legally in the Soviet Union. I'm Brendan Brooks. And that's Rewind.
If you need last-minute hires in no time, you need Indeed. Their integrated hiring solution lets you schedule and conduct video interviews all in one place. Finding your next great hire has never been more streamlined. Get hiring at Indeed.com/credits.
Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSradio.com.
Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Their charitable foundation, Sharing Change, well, they have funded members with members' dollars who, when they round up, those dollars then go to local charities. And they've supported hundreds of local nonprofits. You can do so and find out more at sharingchange.org. We're going to be talking about the Center for the Arts today, and joining us in studio, Lauren Brown is here, Grants and Communications Manager, and we're going to spend some time talking about, I guess, what's going on, like, immediately right now, right?
Yes.
Kinky Boots going on now. How are you, Lauren?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing really good. Doing great.
Good. Thanks for having us.
So, Kinky Boots is a little bit different in terms of maybe something that we've seen from the Center for the Arts, I know, but a lot of people have looked forward to it. What's been the reaction to Kinky Boots?
It's been great. We've had a lot of positive comments on our social media, and it was a sold-out weekend opening run, and it was the regional premiere, actually, of Kinky Boots here in the state of Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we were really excited about that, and our audience had a great reaction.
So, was last weekend the first?
Yes, this past Friday it opened.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have 2 more weekends, and there are limited seats remaining, but there are a few out there, so definitely want to get on and grab those if you're interested in seeing this show.
Well, that's a rarity.
I know.
And there's no guarantee that they're going to be available if you decide that you want to go on Saturday afternoon, you know. So.
Exactly, yes. So if you're listening and you're interested in seeing the show, especially after you hear our guests with us sing this morning, you'll want to do that. But yes, go to our website, www.boroarts.org.
So who did you invite to come along today to talk with us?
Yes, we have Evan Price. He is playing Charlie Price in Kinky Boots, and we are super excited to have him with us today. I know he's got to be tired after that opening weekend run. So thank you for coming.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I'm sure that all of that adrenaline and everything is gone now, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. As soon as the curtain opens on the opening night, it's like, oh, okay, it's just another day. Let's do it.
Yeah. So, Kinky Boots. Why that for you, Evan?
Well, Charlie is definitely one of my dream roles that I've had on my bucket list for a decade at this point. And when I saw that they were doing it, I was like, oh, I gotta at least put my foot out there, see what I get. Because I would still do the show no matter what. I just love the message of the show, and I love the music in the show. But when they were like, hey, we want you to be Charlie, I was like, oh, okay. All right. Yeah, definitely. And I got to thank Rachel so much for trusting me with it. It's been such a joy to get to flesh out this character that just goes through such an interesting arc throughout the entire show. And for me personally, the message of the show is what always draws me back in. You know, they ended the show with "Just Be" is one of the lyrics in the last song, and I think that's speaks very well to the rest of the message in the show. You know, just be who you ought to be. So for me, that's what's always drawn me into the show in the first place.
So I'm sure that there are some folks out there who are saying, okay, Kinky Boots, I can let my imagination run wild. What in the world is it about? It's not like when you say Peter Pan and everybody knows what that is, right? So when someone asks you the question, what is Kinky Boots about? What do you tell them?
I say it's about a shoe factory that's going under, and the way that they solve the issue is they start designing boots for drag queens, and that always raises an eyebrow. And I say, hear it out. Always give it a chance. I promise you won't regret seeing it.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful message throughout the show. Our Lola, Panya, they do fantastic throughout the entire show. The nuance that Panya has brought to Lola throughout the show is just incredible.
So when you say give it a chance, what is it about Kinky Boots for you that, I mean, what's the draw? Just take away the specifics about the characters and what they are and what they do. But what is it? What is the underlying message you think is important?
To accept everyone for who they are. I think that's the most important message in the show. You know, it happens in the Act 2 where Lola challenges someone who, his name is Dawn, in the show, where he doesn't like the fact that the factory has started designing these boots for drag queens. He doesn't like drag queens. He doesn't accept them. He thinks that Lola is less of a man for doing this, and they end up getting into an altercation. They have this whole scene where they fight each other, but Dawn discovers that Lola is actually a professionally trained fighter and almost loses the fight because of that. And so that was Dawn's challenge. And then Lola challenged Dawn to just accept someone for who they are.
Yeah.
Didn't matter who it was. Just that was, and they have it on a note on stage, accept someone for who they are. And I think that is the most important message in the show. And if I could give that to anybody that came to the show or anyone that's asking about the show, then I that's the single most important message for sure.
And I was just going to add that I was there on opening night, and it was just wonderful. Evan, you did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Everyone, as always, they all have beautiful voices. You'll
Sure.
get to hear in a minute. Evan's going to share with us. But they did an incredible job. And it is just, it's big-hearted. It's hilarious. It's very fun. It's just a great show. And music is by Cyndi Lauper, so that's fun. And yeah, it's great.
And we do need to remind folks, this isn't for the youngest of kids either. So
No, it is
not.
rated R, and we're sticking to that. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, definitely, if you want to read about it, if you have any questions, we are always welcome to take any calls or questions that you may have about that.
Well, Kinky Boots has 2 more weeks left.
Yes. 2 more weekend runs. There are limited seats. It did sell out our first weekend, and there are some seats there remaining. So go to our website, borougharts.org. And if you don't mind, I did want to thank Rachel Jones, our director and VIP Murfreesboro Magazine, that is presenting this show. So
Absolutely.
I want to thank them.
Very good. Our guest today, Lauren Brown, Grants and Communications Manager for the Center for the Arts, and Evan Price is here. He plays Charlie Price in Kinky Boots, and so kind of set up where you're going to pick up here, and you're going to actually perform one of the songs, and so kind of set that up for us.
Yeah, so this is towards the end of the show. Charlie is extremely stressed about getting the boots together to present them to the world for the first time. It's an extremely stressful process. They've only really had 3 weeks to do this, and they've gone from making just regular men's shoes to these extravagant boots. And so he's been stressed for these last 3 weeks, and he starts to kind of lose his cool with his workers in the factory. And then his fiance breaks up with him, and then he loses his cool on Lola, and then the entire factory walks out on him. And so this is when he is reflecting on the actions that he just took, and kind of is in the factory by himself, and he's just like, someone had said they would have been good enough for your father right before this, and he said, I'm not my father. And I think in this song specifically, he is reflecting on that fact that, yeah, he's not his father. He is failing at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, we look forward to hearing it. Take it away. What's the name of the song?
Soul of a Man.
Okay, very good. This is Evan Price.
I'm bad news, a black and blueser. Who's a loser? A merry-go-round spiraling down. I'm all used up, I'm chafed and chewed up. Who's just screwed up? The same old Charlie hitting the ground. 'Cause I'll never be the soul of a man, noble and wise like the soul of a man who lifted me high, like the soul of a man, heroic and true, like the soul of a man that I looked up to. What else could I do? Oh, stupid hubris, no excuses. I blew my fuses. I guess I'm just a ruse in my father's shoes. Not amusing, no confusing this streak of losing. Totally brutal and useless too. How can I be the soul of a man, noble and wise like the soul of a man who lifted me high, like the soul of a man, heroic and true, like the soul of a man that I looked up to. What else could I? Just when I'm reaching for that rug at the top, I'm that broken heel, unsteady and ready to drop. When will I be the soul of a man, noble and wise like the soul of a man who lifted me high, soul of a man, heroic and true, like the soul of a man that I looked up to. What else could I do? I'll never be, no, I'll never be. I have gone and let you down. Whoa, soul of a man. Here comes that familiar sound. Same old Charlie hitting the ground.
All right, very good. Awesome.
Yeah, that needs to be inserted.
Thank you.
Get that studio audience in there. So that was great. That takes a lot of range, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's definitely one
Monday
of the
morning.
most vocally, good morning. Definitely one of the most vocally challenging roles that I have played to date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've done this before. So I mean, this you say is one of the most challenging.
Oh, yeah,
huh?
absolutely. The entire show, Charlie just sits on the top of my register and the top of most people's registers. I know that I've discussed this show at length with multiple people, and they're like, I don't know how you have the stamina to do this. And I was like, I don't know either. A lot of water.
I guess so, yeah. And then, so what is it? Kind of go over the shows and when they are: Friday, Saturday, Sunday matinee?
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct. The next 2 weekends through August 27th.
Well, perfect. And again, that's Kinky Boots running through August 27th. So a couple of additional weekends and just very limited tickets available for that. And in our last minute and a half or so, I know that something else really big is happening on Saturday, right?
Yes, this Saturday, August 19th, we are going to reveal our 2024 season. It's going to be really exciting. Can't share what that is yet.
Somebody knows something.
Oh, yeah. I'm a part of the reveal as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm very excited to share it.
Yes.
The next season is going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. It's really exciting. And so just like you would go online to get tickets for a show, they are being sold. They're individual tickets, and your ticket includes a brunch, some special drinks, and then there's going to be a performance of songs or like monologues from the 2024 season. So I think, is it running about an hour? Do you know?
Hopefully an hour.
Yeah. So 11 o'clock is going to be brunch on Saturday,
Okay.
and then the performances will start at 12.
So you can be the first to know and actually get
Exactly.
a sneak peek of all of it, right?
Exactly. And as we've talked about multiple times, our seats do sell quickly. And so if you're there to hear the season, and you can learn about our season pass right there, and just go on, and maybe you want to decide that day what shows you want to go on and secure. So
Very good.
yeah, we're
so,
really excited.
So you can get tickets to the season reveal on the website too?
Yes, borougharts.org. Just go online where it says buy tickets, and I'm also going to put a banner after this, just right there at the top, that'll direct you to it. So yeah, just go on, and you can be the first to hear what our 2024 season is going to be, and it's great.
Oh, awesome.
That's all I can say.
Evan, thanks for stopping in today.
Thank you,
Good luck
Evan.
with the
Yeah,
next
thank you
2
so
weeks.
much.
You're great. Very good. Evan Price, who's playing Charlie Price in Kinky Boots, joining us today, along with Lauren Brown, Grants and Communications Manager with the Center for the Arts, borougharts.org, where you find everything about the Center for the Arts, and get those tickets to Kinky Boots the next 2 weekends. And don't forget, if you missed part of our conversation, check the podcast on our website.
Hello, friends. Lenny Farmer with Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home. More than I can count, we have taken care of families who were totally caught off guard with the passing of a